काजल ऐसे तेल काजल गुंडे से तेला
అందరూ వచ్చారమ్మా? ఓకే. Good morning to all. I am R. V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Gabriel Engineering College. Today, in this class, I am going to explain the topic of carbon-carbon composites, which is a minor topic as compared to the polymer matrix composites, ceramic matrix composites, and metal matrix composites. This is my 11th class regarding to the subject advanced materials. So first of all, what is a carbon-carbon composite? So what are the carbon-carbon composites? So these carbon-carbon composites use carbon fibers in a carbon matrix. So in the earlier classes we have already discussed about the what is a matrix and what is a reinforcement. Here in the carbon-carbon composites, the matrix and the reinforcement both can be used in the carbon. So carbon can be used as both matrix and reinforcement. So that is why we are calling it as carbon-carbon composites. So that is why we are calling it as carbon-carbon composites. So in the matrix and as well as in the reinforcements. So in the both cases we are using the carbon material here. So that is why it is known as carbon-carbon composites. So these carbon-carbon composites use carbon fibers in a carbon matrix. So carbon fibers means it is a reinforcement. So these carbon fibers means it is a reinforcement in a carbon matrix. So this is the way of carbon-carbon composites. And these carbon-carbon composites are used in very high temperature environments, that is known as elevated temperatures. So you can see the temperature here up to 3315 degrees. So it, compared to the other metals or materials, it is very high. So these composites are used in elevated temperatures only. Elevated temperatures means greater than 2000 degrees centigrade. So there we are using these carbon-carbon composites, and the melting temperature of the carbon-carbon composites also to about 2000 degrees centigrade. So that is why we are using these composites in the very high temperature environments of up to 3315 degrees centigrade. Next, carbon-carbon composites are 20 times stronger than the graphite fibers. So it is 20 times stronger than the graphite fibers. Generally, comparing to the other metals or materials, graphite fibers are very hard and very strong. So comparing with the graphite fibers also, carbon-carbon composites are 20 times stronger. So it is very stronger than the other materials in a decade way. So there is long gap, there is a long difference between the carbon-carbon and composites and other composites. And these carbon-carbon composites are 30% lighter than the graphite fibers. So they are also 30% lighter than the graphite fibers. Lighter means density. So the weight of the material is 30% less than the graphite fibers also. So these are the general points to be considered in the carbon-carbon composites. So generally they are used in the reinforcement as well as matrix. That is the first point. And second point is these are used in the elevated temperatures, that is very high temperatures of environments up to 3350 degrees centigrade. Then third one is it is 20 times stronger than the graphite fibers, and last one, it is 30% lighter than the graphite fibers. Lighter means the weight of the carbon graphites is 30% less than the graphite fibers. So these are the basic points for the carbon composites. Next, advantages of carbon composites. So generally, carbon material is a brittle and flaw sensitive like ceramics. So taking from the ceramic materials, these carbon materials are very brittle in nature and flaw sensitive like ceramic. Flaw sensitive means it becomes, there is a flaws in the materials. So there is a little bit flaws in the materials on the depth layer. Next, reinforcement of the carbon matrix allows the composite to fail gradually. So when we are using the reinforcement of the carbon matrix, this allows the composite to fail gradually. So when we are using the matrix as well as reinforcement, this allows the composite to fail gradually, because when we use different materials, it will be stronger than the pure material. So here we are using the pure composite, that is carbon. So carbon as a matrix and carbon as a reinforcement. So there is a fail in the composite gradually. Next, it also gives advantages such as ability to withstand high temperatures. So we have already discussed that it is elevated at high temperatures only. So it has an ability to withstand at high temperatures and low creep at high temperatures also. It gets very low creep at high temperatures, and low density. It has good tensile and compressive strength. So it has very less weight in nature, and also it is good. It has good tensile and compressive strength also. So the properties of the carbon composites are elevated at good tensile and compressive strength. Next, it has high fatigue resistance, high thermal conductivity, and high coefficient of friction. So generally, carbon material gets very high thermal conductivity in nature. So when we are using it as both reinforcement and matrix, it gets a high fatigue resistance also and high coefficient of friction. So these are the general mechanical properties. And last one is the drawbacks include high cost, low shear strength, and susceptibility to the oxidations at high temperatures. So comparing to the other materials, carbon composites are little bit high in cost, and it has low shear strength. So these have low shear strength in nature, and while working at the high temperatures, it gets oxidation and it has susceptibility to oxidation at high temperatures. So these are the general properties of the carbon composites, which includes the drawbacks like high cost and low shear strength and susceptibility to oxidation. Next one, we are going to the typical mechanical properties of the carbon composites. So comparing to the other materials, what are the different properties we can get in the carbon composite matrix? So we are considering different metals such as steel, aluminum. So by comparing with the steel and aluminum, we are considering the different mechanical properties. So here you can see the different mechanical properties: specific gravity, Young's modulus, ultimate tensile strength, and coefficient of thermal expansion. Next, system of units upon SI units is specific gravity, then Young's modulus, ultimate strength, and last one is the coefficient of thermal expansion. So these are the general properties to include. So first one we are going to the units, and next carbon-carbon composites, steel and aluminum. So first we go to the property of specific gravity. So for specific gravity, carbon-carbon composites have value of 1.68, very low specific gravity. Next, steel has 7.8, aluminum has 2.6. So comparing to the steel and aluminum, it is very low. Next, coming to the Young's modulus, carbon-carbon composites have 1.95 MSI units, 1.95, and then to the steel is very high, that is 30, and aluminum it is little bit high, 10. So comparing to the three materials, Young's modulus of carbon-carbon composites are very low. Next, coming to the ultimate tensile strength. Carbon-carbon composites have 5.180 value. Next, to the steel is very high, that is 94, and to the aluminum it is little bit high than carbon-carbon composite, that is 40. That is up to the half of steel. Next one is the coefficient of thermal expansion. So in the coefficient of thermal expansion property, carbon-carbon composites exist 1.11 value, and next steel has 6.5, and aluminum is higher in this case, that is 12.8. So in each and every property, carbon-carbon composites are little bit and very less than the steel and aluminum. So comparing to the steel and aluminum, the properties of carbon-carbon composites are very low. Next, coming to the system of units, SI units. The specific gravity is same as the USCS units. So that is 1.68, 7.8 and 2.6. So these are same as the top one. And next, coming to the Young's modulus. These Young's modulus of carbon-carbon composites is 13.5. So which is 13.5 gigapascals, which is very less than the steel, that is 6.8, and aluminum 68.94. So these are very low. So the Young's modulus of the carbon-carbon composites are very low. Next, coming to the ultimate strength, carbon-carbon composites has very less ultimate strength, that is 35.7 megapascals. Comparing to the steel, it is very low, that is 648. And aluminum it has 234.4. Aluminum also it is very high, but comparing to the steel, these are little bit low. And last, coming to the coefficient of thermal expansion, carbon composites are 2% only, that is 2 micron meter, and steel 11.7 and aluminum 23. So these are very less coefficient of thermal expansion also. So comparing to the other materials, steel and aluminum, carbon-carbon matrix composites consists of very less mechanical properties. So comparing to the steel and aluminum, it gets very less mechanical properties. Next, coming to the processing of a carbon-carbon composite. Processing of a carbon-carbon composite. So in the processing method, we are going to see the processing method of low pressure carbonization. So this is one of the process of processing a carbon-carbon composites. So first of all, we use to take a graphite cloth impregnated by resin, such as different resins we can use, such as phenolics, pitch, and furfuryl ester. So these are different types of resins and laid up in the layers. So a graphite cloth is taken and then it is impregnated by resin, that is it is dipped in the resin and lay up in layers. So it is put in the layers. Then it is laid in a mold, cured and trimmed. Then it is put into a mold and it is then cured and it is trimmed to the designed shape. Then the part is then pyrolyzed and converting the phenolic resins to the graphite. So then the molded part is pyrolyzed and it is rigid in nature. Then converting the phenolic resin to the graphite. Then it is converting the phenolic resin to the graphite structure. The composite is then impregnated by furfuryl alcohol. Then we are applying the another resin on it, that is furfuryl alcohol. It is impregnated in the surface of the composite. Then the process drives of the resin and any volatiles. So when there are any volatiles, and the process will be driven off by the resin only. So these are the first process, and the process is repeated 3 to 4 times until the level of porosity is reduced to an acceptable level. So with there we can repeat the process up to 3 to 4 times when we are getting the level of porosity and when it is reduced to an acceptable level. Then each time this process increases its modulus and strength. So when we uses this process each time, it can increases its modulus and strength. So by repeating this process into 3 to 4 times, we can increases its modulus and strength. Because carbon-carbon composites oxidize at temperatures as low as 450 degrees centigrade, an outer layer of silicon carbide may be deposited. So an outer layer of silicon carbide can be deposited for not oxidizing at the temperatures at low as 450 degrees centigrade. So this is the processing method of a carbon-carbon composites, which is known as low pressure carbonization. Here we in this process we are using the very low pressure, so we are not applying at all any external pressure. So whether we are using the same low pressure here, we are taking the mold and it is cured and the part is trimmed for the final design. And the part is then pyrolyzed and converted the phenolic resin to the graphite. Then the composite is then impregnated by furfuryl alcohol. When this graphite cloth is taken, then these can be laid up in the layers. So this can be laid up in the layers by impregnating different resins such as phenolic, pitch, and furfuryl ester. So furfuryl ester. This is the processing method of carbon-carbon composites. This is the line diagram. So first of all, we are using the standard graphite cloth and phenolics applied to the graphite cloth. Then going to the step 1, it is lay up and cured in the mold or die. Next step 2 is the pyrolysis. So getting the pyrolysis there. And when going to the pyrolysis, the resin is impregnated again in the graphite cloth, and then it is coated into the furfuryl alcohol. Then it is coated with the furfuryl alcohol, and last step is after curing it is sealed. So between the pyrolysis and coating, that is step 2 and step 4, we are using and repeated the methods in 3 more times. So after 3 impregnations or 4 impregnations, we are going to coated this resin, and then it is going to the sealed structure. Sealed structure. So these are the general process of the carbon composites in the processing of low pressure carbonization. And these have different types of steps. First one is the layup and curing of graphite cloth through different resins, and then it is pyrolyzed, and then it is get to the resin impregnation, and then going to the cured coating after 3 or 4 impregnations of the resin, and then it is going to the sealed composite. So these are the steps used in processing of carbon-carbon composites. And in this slide, we are going to see some of the applications of carbon-carbon composites. So basically, carbon-carbon composites carbon-carbon composites are used in space shuttle nose cones, because as the shuttle enters into the Earth's atmosphere, the temperatures are as high as 1700 degrees centigrade, and this can be experienced by the material which is at the exterior part of the space shuttle nose cones. So the first application is space shuttle nose cones. So in the space, we are going to get the Earth's atmosphere temperatures up to as high as 1700 degrees centigrade. So up to a temperature of 1700 degrees centigrade, we are going to experience very high temperatures. So there we can use the carbon-carbon composites, because carbon-carbon composites have elevated temperatures up to 3315 degrees centigrade. So 1700 degrees is a very low temperature compared to the elevated temperature of carbon-carbon composites. But comparing to the other metals or materials, it is very high, because pure metals has a melting point of up to 200 to 250 degrees centigrade. That is for aluminum, for those metals. But comparing to the other materials, it is very high. But seeing the carbon-carbon composites there, the temperature or elevated temperatures of the carbon-carbon composites are very high, that is greater than 3000 degrees centigrade. But in the Earth's atmosphere, or the temperatures are high as 1700 degrees centigrade only. So we are using the carbon-carbon composites for that reason. Next one is the aircraft brakes. So these, in the aircraft brakes, the carbon-carbon brakes cost $970 per kg. So which is very high. So for a kg, these costs up to $970. That means up to 65,000 rupees in Indian rupees. So 65,000 in the Indian rupees per kg, because these carbon-carbon composites are very less in weight. So very less in weight, it has very light density than the graphite also. It is 30% lighter than the graphites also. So there we can get very high amount of composite there, very high amount of material there, but it also costs very high, that is up to $970 per kg, which is several times more than the metallic counterpart, that is which is very higher than the metals. However, the durability is very high, that is 2 to 4 times than of steel. So the durability is very high. Comparing to the steel, it is 2 to 4 times higher than the steel. Then it has high specific heat, which is 2.5 times than of that of the steel. So the high specific heat is also very high, that is 2.5 times that of steel, and low braking distances and braking times. So that is 3/4 that of the beryllium. So the braking times of the carbon-carbon composites are 3 times, that is 3/4 than that of beryllium. 3/4 means it is less than 1 only. 3/4 means 75%. So that is very less than the beryllium also. And large weight savings of up to 450 kg on a commercial aircraft such as Airbus A300, B2K and A300 B4 are attractive. So in these aircrafts, they are using up to 450 kg of carbon-carbon composites. So they are using the 450 kg weight of the carbon-carbon composites in the commercial aircrafts, that is very knownable Airbuses, that is A300, B2K and A300 B4. So these are the names of the aeroplanes, which is very commercial aircrafts. There we are using these carbon composites in very extensive way, that is up to 450 kgs. But also it has very low braking distance, and the braking times is very less than the beryllium, that is less than 1 part, that is up to 0.75% only, that is 3/4 only it can complete with the beryllium material. Next, they are used in the mechanical fasteners also, and these fasteners needed for high temperature applications are made of carbon-carbon composites only. So in the mechanical fasteners also, they are using for the high temperatures only, but for the low temperatures they will use the pure metals or alloys, but for the high temperatures they are using these carbon-carbon composites, which are made of carbon-carbon composites, because they lose little strength at high temperatures, because the elevated temperature or of the carbon-carbon composites are very high, that is above, this greater than 3000 degrees centigrade, because so that is why we are using these mechanical fasteners materials as carbon-carbon composites. By using carbon-carbon composites, we are using these mechanical fasteners also. So by all these conditions and applications, we are using these carbon-carbon composites. So this is all about the carbon-carbon composites. In this class, we have studied about the what is the basics of carbon-carbon composites. So that is what is the matrix and what is the reinforcement. So what are the elevated temperatures and what are the advantages over other materials. That is, it is 20 times stronger than the graphite fibers and 30% lighter than the graphite fibers. And next, advantage of carbon-carbon composites and drawbacks. So the drawbacks is mainly include the high cost and low shear strength and susceptibility to the oxidation at high temperatures. So these are the drawbacks. And different mechanical properties of carbon-carbon matrix composites comparing with the steel and aluminum. So steel is considered one of the strength metal in all the materials. So comparing with the steel and aluminum, we are regarding all the mechanical properties with these elements. Next, processing of a carbon-carbon composites. Here we are taking the processing method of low pressure carbonization, which is very good processing method of carbon-carbon composites over other methods. So this is the flow chart of a carbon processing method. Next, these are the applications of the carbon-carbon composites, which we are using in the space shuttle, aircraft brakes, and mechanical fasteners. So these are the different types of applications which we are using in the carbon-carbon composites. So this is all about the carbon-carbon composites. Thank you. Any doubts on Amma? ఉన్న డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి.
సార్
చెప్పండమ్మా.
నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ కాలేజ్ తెరుతారా సార్?
ఏందమ్మా?
నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ కాలేజ్ తెరుతారు సార్?
తెలీదమ్మా,
ఇంకా రాలేదు సార్.
తెలియదు, మాకైతే ఏం చెప్పలేదు. ప్రెసెంట్ ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ పెట్టమన్నారు. ఏమన్నా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా? ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.